Just checking that it is showing it live. Look. That one, yes, it is there. So, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Ultimate Racing League for the Sunday Championship. Now, as you can see, we are at Brands Hatch, and this is round 4, race 2. You saw race 1 earlier, in which Brisbane dominated from start to finish. Obviously, this time there is obviously the track is 2.4 miles long. It is a real-world circuit, and there's 9 turns. So obviously, anyway, so they obviously it's one maker as well. They all are all in the Ferrari. Cause I'm gonna put that in now because I keep forgetting to put that in. So anyway, there was no qualifying. It was just basically, it is reversed grid based on race 1 results. This race, they do have to use mediums and hards. So anyway, P. White starts on pole, he's on mediums. Rodders starts second, he's on mediums. Unforgiven, third, mediums. Fitzy, fourth, mediums. Victor, fifth, mediums. Dyson, 6th, mediums. Motorstorm Hero, 7th, mediums. Smith, 8th, hards. Toby, 9th on hards. Neil, 10th, hards. Brisbane, 11th, and race 1 winner is on hards as well. So of course the guys that last 3 or 4 at the back are all in hard, but the rest of them are basically more or less on mediums. So anyway, let's get this race on the way and see how the guys do. P. White gets them on the way as they come down towards the start for the lights to go out, and they are out, and they are all off and going as they come as P. White comes down to Paddock's Hill for the first time. Hopefully everyone... Well, Unforgiven's already trying it, but he's not able to. Rodders stops him from passing. But Unforgiven is really on a rampage. He really wants to get past. But then you got Fitzy there in 4th. He's looking to get past Unforgiven as well. Well, you got Fitzy there in 4th, Victor there in 5th, Dyson there in 6th, Motorstorm there in 7th, Neil there in 8th, Brisbane there in 9th. So Brisbane's already had a great start getting past Toby and Smith already. So Brisbane has had a brilliant start here. So he must really like this track to get past 2 people this quickly. Oh, the yellow flag, P. White has come off. What's happened to P. White? So coming up, comes out of Westfield. Oh, goes a bit wide. Oh, that is a shame there for P. White. Starting on pole. He's gone from pole to last in 1 lap. That is really unfortunate for him there. Now he's got work to do to catch up. So with P. White going off, that's left the lead for Rodders to take. He's got a little bit of a gap to Fitzy there in 2nd, who's got past Unforgiven there in 3rd. He's got Dyson now right behind him in 4th, with Motorstorm Hero really looking to try and get past Dyson here. He is putting Dyson under a hell of a lot of pressure here. Motorstorm Hero goes up the inside of Dyson, and he does it. They are top of type, but Victor is coming along to make it 3 wide here. And Victor did it. 2 positions in the space of 2 corners, so that was a good few corners for Victor, getting from 6th to 4th, with Dyson then 5th, Motorstorm Hero then Dyson then 5th, Motorstorm then 6th, with Neil then 7th, Brisbane there in 8th. He hasn't been able to make any more places up. Neither is Toby. Toby hasn't been able to get up to first. Any more positions? P. White, Smithy there, dropped off a little bit there in 10th, with obviously P. White is even further back. Oh, did Toby no, Toby opted to get off the hard tyres quite early there, the end of lap 2. So that's going to drop him down to the back now. So Fitzy's now taken the lead and he's pulling away from Rodders there in 2nd, with Unforgiven now there in 3rd, with Motorstorm there in 4th. He is closing that gap to Unforgiven. Looks like there's a little battle here, so Brisbane is up to 6th now, with Neil there between 7th. I think Neil was ahead of Brisbane, I think, and Brisbane managed to get past. So these two are making waves in this race, trying to get out the grid as quickly as possible. But Neil isn't letting Brisbane get away. He is down there keeping Brisbane in sight. Is Neil gonna try and go? No, he doesn't. So Motorstorm Hero has gone for a pass on Unforgiven, so he's got past, and Motorstorm Hero is now up to 3rd. Unforgiven's coming back at him though. So now it's 51st, Rodders 2nd, Motorstorm 3rd, Unforgiven 4th. But he's got Dyson Wallace really close behind him now as well. Looked like Dyson was struggling there a little bit. And then Neil there is 6th, little gap from 5th to 6th there, with Smith there in 7th. Oh, but it looks like Brisbane's had an off somewhere, because he was right behind Neil. Now he's dropped down to 8th, so he's lost a bit of time there. P. White there in 9th, so he's got up a few spots, with Victor dropped down to 10th now. But Toby is now, he's been into the pits already. So actually, Toby's actually done, he might have pulled off a nice little move here, going on lap 2. He's already passed P. White, and everyone's still got to go into the pit. So Toby may have pulled off a sweet move here, going into the pits early. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to keep close attention to Toby now, because he's the only one who's pitted, and he's not that far behind. First isn't actually that far ahead. It's only about 20 seconds, I think, maybe less. between 1st and 10th. But anyway, lap 5, Fitzy has got the lead. Motorstorm Hero is there in 2nd, with Rodders dropping off there in 3rd. Unforgiven there is in full. He does have Dyson chasing after him in 5th. Coming into Druids, Dyson goes up. Unforgiven again, that's a little wrong. That allows Dyson to go for a run at him. Coming out of Druids down towards Graham Hill. Now side by side, going through Copper Straight onto, I can't really, Saltings Corner into Pilgrim's Drop. And then onto Hawthorne's Hill, leading onto Hawthorne's Corner. Dyson is past, they're fully past Unforgiven there now. Right, Neil there in 6th. He's got Smith chasing him down, they're both on hard tyres here. Brisbane there in 8th. And he's made his way up to 8th already. Just about to go for a pass of Brisbane here. Coming through the Clark's curve. Looks at the moment, it's looking like Toby's pulled off a sweet move, going in an early pit stop. But will he have enough fuel to last till the end? That's going to be the question. But Brisbane is coming back after back at Toby. But with Toby being on mediums and Brisbane going to be on hards, Brisbane's not going to have a chance against Toby. Victor there right behind Brisbane at the moment. He's on the medium, so he may have got a chance of getting past Brisbane here. Yeah, they are. Victor and Brisbane are side by side, coming round this corner. Oh, Victor goes out a little bit wider, hits the grass. That allows Brisbane to come back at him. So Brisbane takes that 9th spot back off of Victor. Where we are, lap 7. Fitzy still has the lead with Motorstorm Hero there in 2nd. And there is a big gap to Rodders there in 3rd. With Dyson there in 4th. He's chasing Rodders down. He's catching Rodders gradually. They are both teammates. Rodders gets that a little bit wrong, allowing Dyson to close the gap even more on him as they come around Druids for the 8th time. And there's a bit of a gap there to Unforgiven. Neil is gradually catching him up in 6th. With Smith there in 7th. And he's got Toby all over his rear bumper now, looking to get past as well. So Toby is rampant here. No one seems to have an answer for him. And also Smith is there in 8th. Brisbane there in 9th. And Victor there in 10th. And P. White there in 11th. Fortunately, he hasn't been able to do anything to be able to catch up, so it's unfortunate for him. But in lap 8, Fitzy still leads this race. But Motorstorm here is trying to catch him. Fitzy does have the current fastest lap as he comes through Paddock's Hill for the 9th time. So the rest of the guys are now starting to pit. So Motorstorm here is there in 2nd with Dyson there in third. Waters there in fourth. Unforgiven there in fifth. Toby there in sixth. He is closing up on... He's not too far from Unforgiven. And bear in mind, Toby doesn't have to go into the pits. He has pitted already. So, he's at the moment, Toby is in prime position to take the lead once everyone pits. Or he may be able to get out of the pits before him. Possibly, so we'll have to watch that one to see what happens. There's Toby there in sixth. Victor there in seventh, with P. White there in eighth. Neil there in ninth. Smith there in 10th. And Brisbane there in 11th. So now Neil, Smith and Brisbane have all changed from the hard tyres onto the medium tyres. Fitz, he still has this lead. It's going to be out of when is he going to pit. With Motorstorm there in second. Dyson there in third. Waters there in fourth. But here we go, fifth and sixth. Unforgiven there in fifth. He's got Toby bearing down on him right behind him, looking to try and get that fifth position from him. Putting Unforgiven under untold amount of pressure. Oh, there is a yellow flag here. So I'm unsure of what. I think Motorstorm Hero may have. Let's just have a look to see. Oh, Motorstorm had a big spin there. Because he was closing down Fitzy quite quickly. Oh, a spinsy winsy there. But he managed to get back on track. And going again. So Motorstorm actually did really well there. He hasn't lost any positions. He's lost time to Fitzy. But he has managed to keep that position, so well done to him. So Dyson there in third. Waters there in the fourth. Unforgiven there in fifth. Toby has now gone into the pits. I thought he had already pitted. Okay, so that's confused me a little bit. I don't know, that has definitely confused me a little bit because he pitted after the end of the second lap and now he's pit again. I don't know, maybe he didn't fill up with enough fuel, or maybe he decided to get off the medium tyres. Well, get off the hard tyres and just literally go on a rampage to save him time and then go back in later on and fill up. I don't know. But he changed the tyres again. I don't know. That's completely confused. But he has got a 3-second penalty. Now that he's going to have to serve, and he's got Smith right in front of him in ninth. So lap 12 with Fitz. He is leading as he comes out of Paddocks Hill onto Halewoods Hill through Druids. Dyson and Rodders are now into the pits. Motorstorm is in second. Unforgiven is in third. P. White should take fourth. Victor up to 5th. Dyson comes back out in 6th. So Neil's up to 6th. Dyson's out down to 7th now. With Smith there in 8th. Waters there in 9th. He has come out just ahead of Toby. Toby's really looking like he's trying to get past Waters here. And he goes for the move. I think Waters may have just let Toby go there. So now Fitzy from the lead has taken to the pits. So is Motorstorm Hero. So where are these two going to come out? Let's have a look to see. So Neil's there in 6th. He's just coming down to Clearway and Clark Curve. Just coming out of Clark Curve. So Fitzy has taken the lead with Motorstorm there in 2nd, with Victor there in 3rd, but Victor's going to have to pit this lap. Neil there in 4th, Smith there in 5th, with Dyson there in 6th, and Toby there in 7th. Oh, Toby completely lost it. So that's unfortunate for Toby. That's dropped him down a few positions. Brisbane there is in 10th. And P. White is there in 11th. So Fitzy and Motorstorm Hero are both on the hard tyres. Victor is on the hard, but he will be pitting probably at the end of this lap. Or he's on the medium, so he'll be going on to the hards once he comes back out. So Neil's up to 3rd, Smith is up to 4th, Dyson's up to 5th, Unforgiven's up to 6th, but he's got Toby right behind him as they go through Paddock's Hill for the 14th time. Toby is there side by side going through Druids now. Toby's just got past Unforgiven there. So now he's got past Unforgiven. He's now going to go after Dyson, who is in 6th. He's not that far behind Dyson at the moment. Unforgiven there in 7th, Rodders there in 8th, Brisbane there in 9th. With Victor there now, he's out of the pits, he's in 10th. And P. White there in 11th. So Motorstorm Hero has taken the lead now. Fitzy has dropped down to 2nd, so Fitzy may have had a little issue through one of the turns, resulting in Motorstorm Hero managing to catch him and take the lead. And Motorstorm Hero is just leaving Fitzy in the dust. Now he is just gradually getting away. Neil there in 3rd. He's trying to pull away from Smith, but Neil's not having any of it at the moment. Neil's fastest lap today so far is a 24.954. Smith's is a 24.51. So Smith is actually running a bit faster than Neil at the moment as they come through Dingledale onto Sheen Curve and then Sterling. Dyson there in 5th, Toby there in 6th, Brisbane there in 7th, but he's going to be serving his penalty now. He managed to stay ahead. Oh, Unforgiven and Brisbane are side by side, but no, Brisbane manages to keep that position. But Rogers is now side by side with Unforgiven as they come through past the line down to Paddock Hill for the 16th time. So Rogers is putting Unforgiven under a hell of a lot of pressure. Rogers has got the inside, whereas Unforgiven has got the outside. But so Rogers is properly passed now. So we're on lap 16, 2 laps left remaining of this race. Victor there in 10th, P. White there in 11th. So Motorstorm Hero has opened up them vents on his car, and he's just now, he is at the moment, he is flying on those hard tyres. Yeah, he looks like maybe Motorstorm likes him hard more than Fitzy does. Because Fitzy's just dropping off Motorstorm Hero. Neil there in 3rd, he's on the mediums. And so is Smith. So they could, if they could get, because Motorstorm Hero and Fitzy are both on the hard tyres. So this is going to be a matter of they can, although there's only one more lap after this, so I very much doubt they're going to be able to catch them up. Toby there in 5th. Dyson there in 6th, Brisbane there in 7th, Unforgiven there in 8th. He's got Rogers right behind him. So Unforgiven, but I think Rogers bailed out trying to pass because he hit Unforgiven, I think, a little bit. So he bailed out trying to pass. Victor there in 10th. And then P. White well back in 11th spot. So Motorstorm Hero is just coming around out of Clark. Oh no, he's just going down Paddock Hill, through Paddock Hill for the final time onto Druids Bend. So Motorstorm Hero has a decent lead over Fitzy in 2nd, but Neil and Smith are pushing the hell out of them cars. They are getting close to Fitzy. Oh, Neil and Smith are battling it out here side by side for 3rd place for the final podium position. And Smith is just ahead of Neil. Coming on to Dingledale for the final time. Can Smith now keep that position? I better go up to the front because Motorstorm Hero is just about to come out of Clark Curve for the final time. Oh, that's a nice drift there from Motorstorm Hero. Thought he was going to lose it there, but he didn't. Motorstorm Hero takes the victory. Fitzy takes second. Smith takes third. Neil takes fourth. Toby takes fifth. Dyson takes sixth. Brisbane takes seventh. Unforgiven takes eighth. Waters takes the ninth. Victor takes 10th. And P. White will eventually get there. Now, I haven't been doing it, but I am going to afford to race 2. I'm definitely going to give driver of the day to Toby, since he did I'm sure he did 2 pit stops and he still managed to finish 5th. So that was a good race from him. Anyway, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you next time for round 5, which is Road Atlanta. So bye bye for now, and I will see you again in a week.